All right. Looks like we are good to go. Hello, everyone. G'day to you all. Happy Thursday. My name is Colin O'Brien. I am delighted to be here today to share some more news about some recent updates with what has been going on at Rubic. Now, as usual, this is hosted via our Twitter Spaces as well as on our official Telegram channel. So these are recorded, and if you'd like to listen to them or share them with friends after the fact, you are more than welcome to do so. Being an AMA, I'll try to answer as many of your questions as I can. Go ahead and shoot those messages to me via chat in the comments section of Twitter Spaces or in our official Telegram channel. But if you do feel like asking a question live, you're more than welcome to click the microphone icons in either of the user interfaces, and I will call on you to ask your question. So I'll go through our weekly update report. I'll pause intermittently to check and see if we have any questions, and then we'll get right through it. So if you have the opportunity, follow along with me with our weekly update report. It has been published onto our Medium. We have links available through our Twitter, also through our Telegram channels, or if you just head over to our Medium, you can find the weekly update report for April 13th and follow along with me. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So, kicking things off on the development side of things this week, we have the ZK Sync Era integration. So this week, we've integrated some new blockchains and increased the total support of all networks in our ecosystem to 42 blockchain networks. We've successfully integrated ZK Sync Era via Symbiosis and Multichain as the providers. This makes it the fifth Layer 2 network and the first ZK rollup solution to be integrated into Rubic's ecosystem. And this is in addition to the other 40 networks that we have in our ecosystem. Additionally, we are in the process of integrating Mute.io as a decentralized exchange for ZK Sync Era. So we have optimized our UI to smooth out interactions with the Rubic app and brought the tokens supported by Symbiosis to the top. So despite the fact that ZK Sync Era only launched recently, it's already in the top 5 of the Layer 2 projects ranked by total value locked. So you can go ahead and check out their dashboard. We have a link there in the weekly update report. L2beat.com is the website. So a big shout out to ZK Sync Era and their entire team. Happy to have you be part of the Rubic family. And thank you for bringing us our first ZK rollup solution to our ecosystem. We also have the Astar integration. So this week, we also integrated Astar. Cross-chain swaps for non-EVM Astar are conducted via ChangeNow, and that is the provider for that, while the EVM version of Astar is integrated via the Arth Swap decentralized exchange and the multi-chain bridge. This is possible thanks to Rubic winning the Web3 incubation program by Sony Network and Astar. So the Web3 incubation by those two companies was a collaborative effort designed to support and nurture Web3 projects and grow the Web3 space. So our collaboration has accelerated the integration of the Astar network into Rubic, and it empowers the growth of our project even further. For those of you not familiar with Astar, they focus on making the best smart contracts as a platform. That makes it so that dApp developers on Polkadot do not need to pay as much attention to infrastructure and focus more on their dApp. Also, developers can build any applications on Astar Network without having to consider scalability. It solves the prominent issue of scalability, interoperability, and a lack of developer incentives. So a big shout out to the entire Astar team. Thank you to Astar and to Sony for providing us with that opportunity for integrating them as fast as we could. So a big shout out to Astar and Sony. Thank you guys very, very much. We have some announcement on some new upcoming integrations. So we have an update for the SDK. Since we have resumed our smart contracts for Rubic, our SDK integrators will soon be able to resume charging fees for swaps. So we will keep them up to date about the latest SDK version that we have, and we will announce that across to all of our social media channels. Also, Change Now is going to be providing us with even more chains, additional chains. So we're working on adding these chains at the moment. The approximate list of chains for the next integration includes 20 chains. And this would increase our number of supported blockchain networks to over 60. Some of the networks that we are looking at to integrate in this next wave of network integrations are the chains Aptos, Cosmos, EOS, Filecoin, Flow, Hedera Hashgraph, IOTA, Cadena, Kusama, Mina, Neo, Ontology, Osmosis, Saya, Secret, Ton, Waves, Wax, XDC, and Stellar. So we'll reveal more details very, very soon. We are very excited to be partnered with Change Now. They are really ramping up our ability to integrate more blockchain networks expeditiously. So big shout out to the Change Now team, and I look forward to talking about the announcement of all of those subsequent blockchain integrations as we integrate them. Let me take a moment to pause here and see if we have any questions from our audience listening in today. Radone ETH says, is there any possibility of ZK Sync airdrop for RBC holders? Yeah, it's absolutely possible. One of the major things that we are doing this year in terms of collaboration and marketing efforts with our partners is doing airdrops with them. So either by collecting NFTs through special marketing promotions and activities, trading activities and things like that Rubic is hosting. Also owning 5,000 RBC will make you eligible for these airdrops that we do with our partners. Now, that's not to say that we will do airdrops with every single one of our partners, but it is an aim from our marketing department to work on those types of promotions. So we're not just promoting the Rubic platform, we're promoting our partners as well. So yes, there is a possibility that we could do that. I don't have any final details regarding that, but absolutely is in the realm of possibility. So thank you for that question. Let's see here. We have another question. This comes through Telegram. This is from Deer. Let's see here. Obviously, I'm not aware of the insights the team has, but can't listing on smaller centralized exchanges be instrumental in increasing the 24-hour volume and exposure that needs to be reached to meet the criteria for big centralized exchange listings? I'm talking to the ones where it's pretty easy to get listed on: BTCX, Poloniex, Bitmart, CoinEx, Hotbit, Bitforex, etc. Yeah, so there's definitely still a push to be listed on centralized exchanges, both large and small. The team's priorities right now have been very focused on building out the ecosystem. At the moment, we're in a very big rebuilding year right now. The market has been obviously very low for the last 6 months to a year. We're definitely in a bear cycle at the moment. So, it's important to take this opportunity to build. And then as the market starts to increase, right, rising tides raise all boats, we want to be able to then capitalize on that. But by making the most robust cross-chain ecosystem we possibly can, will better suit the needs of future crypto users, future developers, and help really grow and expand the entire industry. So that is a main focus right now. As I previously mentioned in the weekly update report, working with Change Now, we plan to integrate 20 additional blockchains in our next wave of integrations. and that would bring our overall network count to over 60 blockchain networks. So very, very exciting times. We are being very mindful about listings. We have been in conversations with different centralized exchanges regarding listings, both small and large. So we hope to have great news to share with our entire community in the coming weeks, months, and throughout the rest of 2023. So stay tuned. We will share more information as we can. And thank you for your question. Dude 5858 says, Colin, when will Vladimir come to a Rubic AMA? Is he working on Rubic, or is he now working on algebra? Is there some connection between algebra and Rubic? Only the founders is the connection between algebra and Rubic. He is very much working on Rubic at the moment, and to share a little bit of information with the rest of our community a little bit early right now, Vladimir and Alexandra will be on the AMA next week. So yes, he will be coming on, and it will be next Thursday, which is 4/20. All right. Patrick says, what's up, Colin? Doing good work. I appreciate that. Thank you, Patrick. Chance says, I have a question on the Boba Sys RBC promotion. The promo was based on the Boba network, but the drop came to the Ether network. Wasn't the aim of the promo to promo Boba ETH? Great question, Chance. Go ahead and ping our team. We'll get you a response in DMs after the show today. Let's see if we have any more questions here on our Twitter Spaces. Crypto Police says, what strategic partnerships has the team achieved so far, and what partnerships should the community look forward to in the foreseeable future? That is a very loaded question. We have partnered with well over 200 different major blockchain projects at the moment. Again, we have over 40 different blockchain networks that we have integrated into our ecosystem. With that comes a whole slew of decentralized exchanges and cross-chain bridges. We also have a number of app projects that have integrated our SDK and our widget as well. Last count of all of the live dApps in Web3 at the moment, which is a little over 2,000, we are servicing around 6 to 7% with our SDK and our widget. So, making some progress in terms of overall adoption of Rubic within the industry. The goal this year is to push that number of adoption of the SDK and our widget up to 25% of all apps in the space. And then we're going to continue to increase that goal as we hit those milestones. So absolutely, we have a lot of major strategic partnerships. If you'd like to read up on them, I highly suggest you head over to our Medium. We have years worth of articles in there. We detail all of our promotions, all of our partnerships, all of our collaborations with all these different businesses in the space. And we write articles for all of that. So if you head over to our Medium, it's, let me just double check. It's cryptorubic.medium.com. And you will be able to find, again, all the information going all the way back to 2020 about everything Rubic. So make sure to go ahead and check that out. All right, let's see here. Do we have any other questions? Deer says, appreciated. Thanks, Colin. You are very welcome. Young Savior says, any assurances for an airdrop when users use Rubic Swap for ZK Sync, same as Arbitrum? I mean, the goal is absolutely to do airdrop promotions and stuff like that with all of our major partners. I don't have any additional information that I am going to be able to share with you guys right now regarding any future airdrops and things like that. But we'll definitely keep you abreast with all of the information. We do have, my apologies, we do have a guide up for ZK Sync airdrop, and that is in the weekly update report as well. We have a link to our Medium article, Unlocking the Potential of ZK Sync Era, a comprehensive guide to airdrop opportunities. It is so hard to keep my head wrapped around all of the stuff we have going on right now. Our marketing department has been absolutely on fire lately, and so has our development team, integrating tons of new partners, tons of new blockchain networks, tons of new bridges and decentralized exchanges, making Rubic even more robust. I can't even keep my head straight with everything that's been going on so far this year. So our team has been doing an absolutely amazing job, and I'll highlight your question a little bit later in the weekly update report. So let's move on to the marketing side of things. We have, hold on, losing my spot now in the weekly update report. All right, here we go. We have our swap to earn feature. So we are updating the swap to earn rules from time to time, and we'll be informing our community on it via our social media. So for the first month, users can earn 100 RBC tokens for a cross-chain swap or 50 RBC tokens for any on-chain swap. Now, this is a great opportunity to grab extra tokens. To claim their rewards, users must collect at least 300 RBC tokens. There will be 2 claim windows available each month. And if you claim after you've gathered 1,000 RBC or more, you'll get 200 RBC as an additional bonus reward. On April 10th, our Change Now provider was temporarily removed from the Swap to Earn program. We have the full rules of this Swap to Earn campaign located in the weekly update report and the article Introducing Swap to Earn, the innovative way to earn crypto tokens. And we want to highlight and note that cheating is discouraged. For example, moving around the same or similar amount of tokens multiple times, or creating multiple wallets and moving the same tokens around. It's at the team's discretion to decide what is considered cheating on a case-by-case basis. You can head over to our link at galaxy.com to claim the swaps using Rubic NFT and receive 1,500 RBC for 2 cross-chain swaps. So make sure you guys head over to the weekly update report, check out those links detailing this campaign in full, and you'll see all of the rules there. If you have any questions whatsoever or confused about anything, please go ahead and contact our team. You can do that through Twitter or through Telegram, or even directly through our website at rubic.exchange, and we will be happy to help you. We also have our Rubic XY Finance campaign. So on April 11th, we've announced our latest promotional campaign together with XY Finance. They are a cross-chain protocol and Rubic provider. So between April 11th and April 23rd, users who make swaps using XY Finance as a provider will be rewarded with unique NFTs. These NFTs will be your key to a pool of RBC and XY tokens. So how do you get these NFTs? Well, there will be 2 NFTs available through Galaxy to claim after completing various tasks. If you head over to the link located in the weekly update report, it will detail what those tasks are and all of the full rules and parameters of this particular airdrop promotion that we are doing. So to summarize what you need to do to get them, go check out all of the full rules. And we wrote an article as well. Rubic and XY Finance join our cross-chain promotion and get rewards. The first NFT, swap via XY Finance, is just to complete a swap to any supported network using XY Finance, subscribe to XY Finance and our Rubic Twitter accounts, and then like, retweet, and comment on the announcement post. Again, the runtime for this particular promotion is April 11th through April 23rd, and the claim window is open until April 25th. All right, the second NFT for RBC holders, the 5,000 RBC you hold is basically like a lottery ticket. So users should hold that RBC in their wallet at the moment of the prize claim. Subscribe to the XY Finance and Rubic Twitter accounts, like, retweet, and comment on the announcement post. And you will be eligible to receive that. Again, we have a link to galaxy.com for this particular NFT that you can get. You need to hold no less than 5,000 RBC in a non-custodial wallet, such as MetaMask. It doesn't work for centralized exchanges, so only wallets that you have the keys for. And it should be the same account from which you performed the other tasks to claim the Galaxy NFTs. If you don't have any RBC or you don't have 5,000, you can purchase it from exchanges. We have a number of different centralized exchanges where you can find the RBC token. You can also purchase it, obviously, directly through Rubic.exchange. And again, this period for the promotion goes from April 11th to April 23rd, with the claim period up until April 25th. And then some information on the ZK Sync airdrop guide. So airdrops are on fire these days, with projects like Aptos, Arbitrum, and other big players offering generous airdrops. They have certainly caught the attention of many in the crypto community. One particular airdrop that has started to make waves is the ZK Sync airdrop. So people have been buzzing about the potential opportunities that could arise from this, and definitely it is something worth exploring. So we've come up with a comprehensive guide for you on how to explore the ZK Sync era potential airdrop and develop your own strategy for participating. So the guide is linked in the weekly update report. It is Unlocking the Potential of ZK Sync Era, a comprehensive guide to airdrop opportunities. So make sure to go check that out for all things regarding airdrops for ZK Sync. And Young Savior, again, I'd like to highlight your question. Head back over to the weekly update report for all that information. And again, as always, if you have any questions that you're confused about something, a particular promotion, you're more than welcome to always reach out to the team. Again, you can do that through Twitter, you can do that through our Telegram, you can do that through our Discord, and you can also contact us directly by going to Rubic.exchange and clicking the chat icon in the bottom right hand corner to ask questions to our team, and we will try to get back in touch with you as soon as we can and help you out with anything you may have, any difficulties you may have. So Telegram is also a very, very excellent way to get in touch with our customer service team. They are essentially 24/7. So if you reach out through us on Telegram, it kind of goes through a verification bot that is to deter scammers, which there are many of out there. So always beware and be mindful and make sure that you are talking to somebody on our team, because a lot of crypto projects have a lot of scammers out there. They try to pretend to be members of the dev team, the marketing team, the customer service teams. And it can be a real big headache on the inside of things, right? So just be mindful. That's definitely a scam that's exploited industry-wide. So always be mindful. Some news on the Boba Symbiosis and Rubic campaign rewards. So we've started sending out the rewards for Boba Symbiosis and the Rubic campaign. The SIS tokens have been airdropped to the Ethereum chain. RBC has been sent to the swap to earn account that you have, and you can claim that RBC once every 2 weeks. And then stay tuned for the Boba token distribution date. We'll have updates for you on that in the near future. Let's see here. I'm going to pause real quick to see if we have any additional questions from our audience. Very delighted to see, a number of people in both our Twitter Spaces and our Telegram today. I think I have more today than I had in the last 2 weeks. So thank you all for giving me your time. Thank you guys for being present and being supportive members of the Rubic community. You guys rock. Medin says, is the Rubic team the same like 1 year ago? I was an early investor in Rubic. Yes, for the most part. There's been changes. We've let some devs go. We've added some devs to the team. We've let some people on the marketing team go. We've added people to the marketing team. Like any business, especially any startup, you have a little bit of turnover with employees and staff, and for a multitude of reasons. Many of which is personal. Right? People leave because they have other ambitions or other opportunities. Sometimes it's family. I won't address any specific team member, but that is very common to have a few people, sub in and out essentially in different roles and different positions in the business. But by and large, the Rubic team is very much the same team as it was a year ago. So all of the key team members are still here. We continue to grow. Even in a very down, bleak bear market, we continue to develop. We continue to partner with more and more projects in the industry. And again, last count, it was about 6 to 7% of dApps that are live right now in Web3 are being serviced by Rubic. And that is going to increase, obviously. But the goal for this year is to increase that to 25% of dApps that are live in the space. Now, considering there's about 2,100, 2,200 dApps that are live, that is a goal of over 500, 550 or so projects in the Rubic ecosystem. And we have close to 200 at the moment. So we definitely have a little ways to go. But if the geopolitical and macroeconomic conditions are right for, a huge uptick in swell and surge in the market again, and we start entering a new bull cycle, absolutely going to make some major waves in the industry with the service that Rubic provides. Again, to facilitate using your crypto no matter where it is. There are well over 150 different blockchain networks that have mainnets that are live right now, and there are dApps being built across all of them. No one knows who is going to be the next major chain or chains. No one knows who is going to eventually, win out over the rest because they start drawing large audiences, because the dApps that are being built on them are enticing and popular. So we want to support as much of the industry as we can as it grows. And then over time, obviously, as the industry starts to consolidate, we will be right there poised to capture all of the remaining applications for those respective blockchain networks. So very, very exciting times ahead. Medin says AMAs like this with the video looks cool. Appreciate that. Thank you. I wish I had like really, really cool background. It doesn't let me do backgrounds when I do video through our Telegram chat. Otherwise, I wouldn't have like my office stuff here behind me, just like random boxes of, like a printer box, a new printer that I got, and, some other miscellaneous Amazon boxes and things like that. Would definitely love to have one of my cool Rubic backgrounds, but it doesn't let me do that through the the video here through Telegrams. So I've tried, it just doesn't work. I can do it, but the video stutters way too much. It's terrible, low frame rate. So I don't know what Telegram has to do to update that, but that would definitely be awesome if they did. Let's check our Twitter Spaces again to see if we have any more questions here. Jessam says, is there any way to contribute to the project, say an ambassador program? Very great question. Yes, we do have an ambassador program. You can actually check that out. If you go to our Rubic.exchange page, we should have links to the ambassador program down near the bottom. And you can also head over to our Medium. Again, that's cryptorubic.medium.com. And we have articles detailing the ambassador program with links to the forms that you can fill out to be able to participate. We have started going through and selecting certain people for as ambassadors for the Rubic brand. So if that is something you are interested in, yes, we are absolutely doing that. And I encourage you to investigate that further by heading over to our website or our Medium for all the details pertaining to that ambassador program. Thank you for your question, Jessam. Chance says, last one, breaking into Web3 as a dev is difficult. Does Rubic offer internships for beginners? Fantastic question, Chance. I don't know if we're doing internships right now. That's a fantastic question. I would have to defer that to the team. So shoot me or somebody else on the team a DM after the show today, and I'll put you in contact with somebody to discuss that with you, because maybe that is something that our team would be open to doing. So thank you for your question, Chance. GatDat says, what about the retro drop that was announced for OG holders at the time of the first hack? That is still in the works. I don't have any information that I can share with you right now, but that is something that is being discussed internally. As soon as we are ready to announce that with all the final details, we absolutely will. But that is not something we have forgotten about. That is definitely still on the docket for 2023. So stay tuned. We'll have more information for you in the very near future. Thank you for that question, GatDat. Artie has a comment. Rubic is the best aggregator platform. I appreciate that, Artie. I wholeheartedly agree. And it looks like that is going to do it for the questions. So let's jump back into the weekly update report. Perfect. We have some swap to earn statistics for you all. So taking a moment to reflect on all of the progress that we've made during the first week of our swap to earn program, we are thrilled to report a substantial 163% increase in the number of swaps. To put this into perspective, comparing the data from the week prior to the promotional period with the week of the promotion, the number of swaps surged from 858 to an impressive 2,260. So we are thrilled to share our swap to earn campaign has shattered all of our previous records, garnering an unparalleled number of swaps this past week. So we hope that continues. And if you guys would like to participate in this swap to earn program, go ahead and check out our Medium for all the details and rules surrounding this particular promotion, and then head over to app.rubic.exchange and start swapping today. All right, moving on, we have our Rubic style guide has been published. So we're excited to announce that we've published our brand assets so that it's easier for our partners to stick to Rubic's guidelines. Following the link to stay up to date with Rubic's visual identity and ensuring the use of our brand assets accurately and consistently. So this is font, this is text size, this is color schemes and color codes, a full brand guide. So if you're interested in seeing that, head over to the weekly update report. We have a link there The link is on brand assets. You can click on that and it will bring you over to that. And again, this is something that all our partners can use without having to ping our team to, get assets or get information regarding particular color codes for our logo or fonts or things like that. It just makes it a lot easier to, rapidly do partnerships and promotions with multiple projects in the space at the same time. So kudos to the marketing team for getting that put together. And then the last little thing in the weekly update report is just about today's voice chat, going over the weekly update report with everybody in our community. And again, I'd like to thank all of you for listening live right now, especially. Thank you for giving me your time. Thank you for your continued support and your constant interaction with our community. So thank you all very, very much. And also thank you to any of you who happen to be listening to this as a recording. I also want to thank you for your time. We cannot hope to do this without the support of our community. So on behalf of everybody at Rubic, I sincerely thank you all very, very, very much. And that does it for our weekly update report. Let's check and see if we have any additional questions. If you have any questions for me right now, make sure to type those out in our Twitter Spaces. You can do so as a reply to the tweet for this Twitter Spaces. And you can also type in our Telegram chat as well. That is the CryptoRubic_chat, for those of you not familiar with our Telegram channel. Let's see. Ivy Batted says, silly questions are no more. Did I miss a silly question? I think I did. I think I was deferring that until the end of the show today. A hypothetical. To increase my presence and the popularity of Rubic, being forced to go onto a reality show, which one would I choose and why? Honestly, man, I have no idea. I don't really watch reality TV. I don't know, man. I can't even really think of one beyond like the cooking shows and stuff, somebody did say the Naked Chef. That's apparently a show. You cook naked, I guess. I have no idea. I have no idea, man. I have no idea. Maybe something cool like, what's the one? Like American Ninja Warrior? Yeah, I'm not as in great of a shape as I used to be. I don't strap up the skates anymore and get out on the ice and play hockey. So I'm probably not as athletic as I once was, but I still think it would be really fun. I always enjoyed obstacle courses, so I guess that, like American Ninja Warrior. Deer says, if you want to add languages to your platform, I can translate into Italian without problems. Oh, excellent. Fantastic. Well, I know we will be doing bug bounties soon. And maybe we will do language bounties as well, so that we can increase the reach and scope of the Rubic platform across the world. So make sure you ping our team, and we will be happy to discuss that with you. So thank you for that, dear. Let's see here. We may have some additional questions. No, just some comments. Oh, nope, here we go. Here's one. I should probably know this, but what key exciting stuff do you have coming up in 2023? Hopefully, DeFi aggregation continues to gain momentum this year if the market swings upward. Absolutely. So, with our partnership with ChangeNow, we will be. Oh, I apologize. Should have definitely muted the ringtone on my phone. The major thing that we will be doing this year is continuing to add as many blockchain networks as we possibly can. And that includes also decentralized exchanges and bridges that are linking everything together. And then we also plan to include signals and oracles as well. So examples being a partner like Chainlink, being able to provide both on-chain and off-chain data feeds that would be beneficial for applications. The goal of the Rubic SDK is to be an all-encompassing tech suite. So sourcing liquidity across all the different major blockchains, utilizing all the major bridge systems between those blockchains, while also integrating, cross-chain message passing, and also signals and oracles to pull data feeds from disparate sources, and then make it easy for dApps to be able to utilize that data in a real-time way. So a perfect example would be like a weather app, right? The app needs to pull real-world data from different weather monitoring stations from around the world. We want to be able to provide the back-end infrastructure to make that possible in the Web3 environment. Right now, it's obviously done through centralized servers and things like that, and cloud networks. But this would be, fully on the blockchain, the dApp itself, and then different price feeds. So that's just an example, right? It's probably a bad example, but an example nonetheless. So, so we have all the additional chains, all the additional DEXs, and additional liquidity to go along with that, additional tokens to go along with that, additional bridges, signals, oracles. We will continue to make our SDK more robust and more accessible to developers. Again, the goal is to hit 25%, servicing 25% of apps that are live within Web3 by the end of the year. Definitely see the number of apps growing from around 2,200 or so right now. My guess would be upwards of 3,000 plus. Again, apologies for the phone. But, definitely going to be an exciting year. I won't get into too much more because there's just so much on the plate at the moment, but we will have some pretty amazing announcements. We have a new wave of blockchain integrations coming soon. Again, that's through ChangeNow. Big shout out to the ChangeNow team. Again, multiple promotions, marketing promotions throughout the year, airdrops with all of our partners. And again, we're partnering with so many different projects right now across the industry. There is a ton of potential. So very, very excited to announce those as they come out, and we're ready to announce those partnerships and further advancements and upgrades to the Rubic platform. So we do have a roadmap available. You can check that out. Again, that's on our Medium, cryptorubic.medium.com. And you can take a look at that roadmap. It's a generalized roadmap, right? It's not like hyper specific, but it does give you a good idea of what our ambitions are for 2023 and beyond. So, Shiny J says, let's go language bounties. I could also translate West African Pidgin English. All right. There you go. Let's see if we have any additional questions here in our Telegram or Twitter Spaces. I don't think we do. Don't see any additional questions. Looks like we have one more coming in from IB Bad at This. And while he types that up, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank you all once again for listening today, for tuning in, joining us, giving us your time, giving us your support, both those who are listening to this live and those who are listening to this as a recording. Here at Rubic, we cannot hope to do this and succeed without the support of our community. So on behalf of everybody at Rubic, I sincerely thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being in our community, for being supportive through all the ups, all the downs. And you guys are awesome. Thank you guys very, very much. It's been an absolute honor and privilege to work with Rubic and to interact with this community. So I'm very, very grateful. I'm very honored, very privileged to be able to do this, to sit here like a guy just in front of a webcam with a mic, in front of a phone, doing Twitter spaces and, talking about something that I'm very, very passionate about. It's a dream come true for me. So I sincerely thank you all very, very much for giving me your time. And for listening in week in and week out. You know who you are, and thank you guys very, very much. Let's see if we have this question in here. I do about it. This says Rubik's had a hard time getting traction. Symbiosis did really well with ZK Sync. What do you think is missing for us? That's a great question. It's super loaded, and I'm not going to field that one at the end of the show, because I don't really have like a very specific answer. I think popularity in this industry is sometimes dependent just on getting a shout out or a mention from an influencer. I mean, it can be as simple as that. So, it's a crazy space. There's a lot of jostling for position. Everyone's, screaming loud, trying to be heard the most. So it's an interesting space. And, talking to people who've been in traditional marketing for the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years, who come into the space, they tell me how crazy different this space is compared to traditional industries. It's very dynamic. It never stops, and it doesn't adhere to marketing norms. I mean, there's some things you can pull from traditional marketing that apply to crypto, right? Like generalized marketing ethos and philosophies, but the minutia, the granular stuff, so different. And it's some people navigate it very well. Some people are like cut out and made for that. Some people, it's just, constant, relentless work. Other people get lucky. So the space is weird when it comes to stuff like that. We can only control what we can control, and that is the development of Rubic as an ecosystem, as a platform for facilitating cross-chain, infrastructure. So that is what our team continues to work hard on. And again, as we hopefully move out of this bear market into a new bull run cycle, we are poised to capture a large number of dApps on the market across a slew of different blockchain networks, and become one of the preeminent names in the industry that helps facilitate, again, the backend infrastructure for cross-chain swaps. So I think that is going to do it. Thank you for your question. I appreciate that. I'll be bad at this. And so checking, see if there's any additional questions. No, I don't see any. Oh, here is one. Yes. Could you in any way link, this comes from Ollie, could you in any way link into this Twitter eToro type system to provide aggregation benefits whilst at the same time massively increasing protocol volume? I don't understand your question, really. I mean, we're going to continue to make the Rubic platform as robust as possible to make aggregation comprehensive across the entire industry within the Rubic ecosystem, and then having applications developers integrate the SDK directly into their applications will increase the reach of Rubic across the entire industry. So that is kind of the goal. All right. I think that is going to do it. I don't see any additional questions in our Twitter space or in our Telegram chat. So again, I'd like to thank you all. This has been another Rubic Weekly AMA. Next week, we have Vladimir and Alexandra coming on. They will be hosting the AMA. So come prepared with questions for them. I know they will be happy to answer all your questions within reason. And yeah, look forward to seeing you all then. That is going to do it for this episode of Rubic Weekly AMA. I've been your host, Colin O'Brien. I want to thank you all so very much for stopping by. And as always, stay happy, stay healthy, stay hydrated, but most importantly, stay cubic. Take care, everybody.